we are going to see how to find the slope-intercept form of the line that passes through these 2 points, 3, -2 and 2, -1. We have to have 3 things. The first thing is that we need to know the slope of the line. And the slope of the line is given by the formula, especially when you have 2 points. We have y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. That's the slope formula, and let's just get to work to see what the slope is. So, I need to figure out the labeling first. I will label this right here as x1, this will be y1, and this right here will be x2 and y2. It doesn't matter how you label it, just make sure that you match the numbers for the same point. So the 1's right here, the 2's right here. Okay, and now this is how we are going to do the slope. Let me just look at this formula, and you have to remember this formula. On the top, let me just open parentheses, just like this, because we'll have to draw in these 4 numbers into these 4 parentheses right now. For the first parentheses, this is the y2. y2 is equal to -1. So this -1 goes right here, -1. Minus, right? We match the formula, it's the minus. And y1 is equal to -2. So -2 goes right here. So we have this. x2 is 2, so 2 goes right here, minus from the formula, and then x1 is equal to 3, so that goes right here. And now we just have to work out the numbers. Let's see. On the top, we have -1, and then -2, which becomes +2, over, and let me just write down the bottom, 2 minus 3. On the top, -1 plus 1, sorry, -1 plus 2 is equal to 1, over, the bottom is 2 minus 3, which is -1. Altogether, this is -1. So the slope that we figure out is m equals to -1. And that's the first thing that we need. We always need to know the slope of the line. We always need to know the slope of the line. Secondly, I will need to know the points. And here we have 2 points. It doesn't matter which one you use. And let's just use the first point. Let me just say I'm going to use 3, -2. And because I picked this point, this is going to be labeled as x1, y1. Okay? And when you have the slope and the point, we can use the point slope form of the line. We can use this formula. Y minus y1 is equal to m times x minus x1 in the parentheses. And you see that we have the m, we have the x1 and the y1, and we can just throw in everything to the numbers. The x and y stays the same, but the y1, the m, and x1 are the numbers that we have right here. It's also okay that for the point, you use this point instead. That's also okay. But I picked the y1, the x1s, just because I have the labeling already. Doesn't matter. If you want to do it with this one, it's the same as well. It's okay as well. So anyways, the y, it's just y, minus, and then we open the parentheses for y1, and y1 is -2. And then let's just finish this up. So that will be equal to m, and we found out that m is equal to -1, so let me put the -1 for m, and then we have the parentheses. X is just the x, minus, and then x1 right here is equal to 3, so I'll just have to plug in 3 right here. And that's it. And this right here, it's called the point slope form because we have the point and the slope in the equation. But then the question says that we want the slope intercept form, meaning that we want to isolate the y, and we want the y to equal to mx plus b. That's the slope intercept form. So our goal is to just isolate the y from this equation. That will be it. So this is y minus minus becomes plus, and that's the 2. That's equal to, I have a -1 in front of the parentheses. I will have to take the -1 and distribute it into the parentheses. And now this is -1 times x, which is -x, -1 times -3, which is +3. I need to isolate the y in order to match with this formula right here. So I have this right here is y plus 2, so I will have to -2 on both sides, line out with the number -2 right here. And finally, we have y isolated, that's equal to -x, and then we have 3 minus 2, which is going to be +1. And this is the answer in the slope intercept form. y is equal to mx plus b4. This means you have to isolate the y, and this is it.